Yo, 6 owners, 3 accidents, man. And you owe how much?
I owe 60,000.
How much negative equity do you think we're going to have here?
Oh, 50,000.
Oh man, his payoff is higher than the MSRP.
Yes.
All right, so I just ran the credit. This might be the worst credit I have ever seen. I just want you guys to see this.
Okay, so today is going to be a fun one. We're going to be taking a look at some terrible car deals in this video. Story after story with people making pretty questionable financial decisions when it comes to purchasing a vehicle and then having to pay the price down the road in various ways. Could be negative equity, it could be destroyed credit, so your next loan will be awful. And like I always say, if you could genuinely afford the price of today's cars, along with the maintenance, the insurance, everything else that goes along with it, then fine, buy whatever you like. But it's become increasingly more apparent that most people cannot afford the vehicle they purchase, and it turns into the examples we're going to see today. We have a ton of stuff to go over along with comments from you guys from previous videos, so if you want to be featured on a future video, leave in the comments down below. But let's start off with somebody trying to trade in a 10-year-old Mini Cooper.
Calling a customer on her Mini Cooper she wants to trade in, and she has 2 previous repos. So let's give her a call. Hey, how are you? This is Yusuf at Charlotte Auto Center.
Hey, Yusuf, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm just calling up on reference to your interest in our 2017 BMW.
Yeah, 2015 Mini Cooper. I think like 109,000 miles on it. It's a 4-door hardtop.
Okay.
Just a,
Pictures, I know you're still at work, so if you can send that when you get a chance. So
yeah, I got it.
as far as trading for that, right around 5,900 to 6,200, depending on condition and mechanical. Do you owe any money on it?
I still need to pay off about, I think like 19 or 20.
$20,000 on the 2015 Mini Cooper?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. What's your monthly payment on that?
Right around 600.
$600 a month?
Yeah.
Do you know your credit by any chance?
I've been working my credit and it's about, I've gotten it up to like 500.
500, okay. And have you had any repos in the...
Unfortunately 2.
2 repos? Okay.
Okay, what a way to start off this video. We have someone who still owes $20,000 on an 11-year-old Mini Cooper that is worth about $6,000 overall with 2 repos. But still, you want to upgrade to a BMW, a nice luxury car, even though that is so far out of the realm of possibilities she didn't even know. Some of the comments, this is actually just sad. 20 grand on a $6,000 car is crazy. I'll never understand why people go for cars they can't afford. And with the 2 repos before the Mini Cooper, you could almost guarantee the interest rate was awful. The bank approving this loan is just as reckless as she is. It depends though. If she went to a buy here, pay here dealership to get that Mini Cooper, which can be a possibility with the 2 previous repos, they'll give you a loan for basically anything. The interest rate's going to be terrible, but they're almost banking on repoing the car again, maybe getting a few payments from you. Everything's GPS tracked so you can't hide at all, and rinse and repeat customer after customer. High school needs to start teaching basic finances, especially for the car stuff. Vanity is off the charts in today's world, so you have countless stories of 18, 19, 20-year-olds getting brand new luxury cars that they have absolutely no business purchasing, and then they wreck their lives financially for the next several years. I asked you guys in an older video, do you know someone who's underwater on their vehicle? Majority of the people that I know, it's just sad. My brother-in-law bought a Bronco, and he doesn't need a Bronco, but he bought one because it looks really cool. He owes $50,000 on it still, and the car's worth $10,000 less. Not to mention the amount he already paid on the loan. That's probably one of the best examples over the past 5 years. The Bronco is incredibly popular, very expensive as well. I like the way it looks, but I'm not getting one. And on top of it, if you paid over MSRP in 2020 or 2021, you're in an even worse situation. And a comment from you guys says the exact same thing. Pretty much everyone who bought a new car in 2021 or 2022. I have a 22 Hyundai Santa Cruz that I'm about $16,000 underwater and own for about 2.5 years. Well, at least in comparison to the next clip, $16,000 isn't that bad.
How much negative equity do you think we're going to have here?
Oh, 50,000.
Oh man, his payoff is higher than the MSRP.
Yes.
Social media is going to have a field day with this when I tell you what the trade number is.
This is a lease, right?
Yeah, it is.
Still, he must have rolled. He had a G-Wagon.
Well, clearly he did, because his payoff is still higher than the MSRP. Yeah. The adjusted cap cost at the beginning of the lease was $138,937. The deals with what they were even a year ago, with all the incentives that we had, to still have a cap cost 18 grand over MSRP, he would have had to roll a massive amount of negative equity. I don't think he's a stranger to that. But you said that he wanted a GLE?
450E and as low as you get it with Airmatic.
The problem is that unlike on this car that
Yeah.
had big incentives, that has the lease cash, but that's it. Unless he would be coming to the table with a big down payment, because he is looking at, you ready for this?
Go ahead.
$56,000 in negative equity.
That's not the highest I've ever seen, but pretty close.
How many miles are on it? I'm sorry, actually, I forgot to update the miles. Oh no. 62.5.
$62,000 underwater on a lease. So this is a perfect example of somebody getting a new vehicle every couple years, over and over again, and a Mercedes probably. Each time just rolling the depreciation into the next deal, and now you dug yourself $60,000 in the hole. His payoff is higher than the MSRP. What did he roll into the lease? A house? How in the world does banks even give these people loans in the first place? Why doesn't he just go get a used $6,000 old Honda and pay off his $50,000 debt? You know exactly why he's not doing that. He's currently at the Mercedes dealership and trying to get out of a G-Wagon. You think this person would ever make a sound financial decision and go over to a Honda? Oh no. You got to keep up with the appearances. I'm still going to have a GLE, need that Mercedes badge on my car even though I clearly can't afford it. And another one that should be their decision, someone get that man a Corolla. There's just some people you really can't talk out of these choices. We'll see a little bit later. But now we're going to move on to a Volvo that this guy just got a terrible deal on.
All right, guys, so hear me out. I got a customer that just came in on this 2010 Volvo. Has about 97,000 miles. Been having issues with it. The worst part about it, this gentleman owes, and it is really rough inside. You guys can see this. It smells really bad. This man owes $14,000 on this car. This is probably like a $200 car. It has 95,932 miles on it. There's a total loss report on the Carfax. I mean, this is as bad as it gets. Yeah, so total loss, click that. Total loss report in 2023. I feel bad for this guy, man.
Even with the inflated prices on both new and used cars right now, $14,000 could still get you a used 2015 Civic that's in pretty decent shape and will last you quite a while, and he still has that owned on this Volvo that's starting to break down on him. That is a total loss. It's a salvage vehicle. $14,000 left. What is he paying? $42 a month? The creator responds saying that they were paying almost $500 a month for this thing. $14,000 on a salvage vehicle. And funny enough, there's a comment talking about a 2015 Honda. My Honda is worth about $5,000, but I owe around $10,000. I'll be driving it till the wheels fall off. It's just crazy how insanely common this is. Now, this next example is definitely very odd, wanting to impress other people with what you're driving around, even though you can't really afford it on paper. This guy seems to have the cash for it, but just a very shady situation.
All right, we're gonna be cold calling Terry back because I found a car that's more in his price range. I don't know how he's gonna react to it, but it's worth a shot.
Hey, brother, what's going on?
Hey, man, just giving you a call back, man, seeing if you've extended your search with the Hellcat anymore, and I just want to let you know that I actually found us a car. It's not a Hellcat, but it is a car that you could pay cash for with the down payment that you wanted to put on the Hellcat. It's a 2018 Dodge Charger SXT. It's got 84,000 miles on it, and I could sell it to you for like 20 grand.
I'm sorry, Alex, you said it's a SXT?
Yes, sir, it's a black SXT, and it's only $20,000.
Look, brother, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. First of all, you really don't know who I am, brother. I mean, I'm not going from no Bentley to a retired cop car to a rental car. I'm not going to be rolling around in no $15,000 car. I told you the price ain't really an issue. I can come up with that $10,000, $15,000 easy. I have that cash with me. I just took out a loan to cover the down payment pretty recently, so I was ready for you to get me some info on that Hellcat, but here you are.
What do you
trying to diminish me to get an even cheaper car? That's not what I'm looking for.
What do you mean you took out a loan to cover the down payment?
Yeah, with my local credit union. I bought cars like this before all my life, and I'm not going from a Bentley to a retired cop car. You really don't know who I am, and you're lucky I ain't coming down there to get that.
To do what?
Alright, so this one's interesting. This guy doesn't want to deal with having a plain old Charger. That's beneath him. You don't know who I am. I have the money for it. Cash on hand, apparently. Even though he had to take out a loan for the down payment on his previous car. So I think two things could be happening here. One, he's just completely lying about all of this, making it look like he's tough. He wants to get a Hellcat. He apparently has a Bentley. He's not going to drive around some retired cop car, or whatever his line of work is not on paper. Everything is cash and under the table, so you're not taxed on it, but then it's very difficult to get loans because it looks like you make no money. But when we're talking about those Dodges, the Hellcats, the Demons, it must have a million people in a chokehold apparently, because even when you do end up owning a Hellcat, that's not enough. Now I need a Dodge Demon. You're just never going to be satisfied with your vehicle, and you're going to get into even more debt because of it.
Yeah, so I got a 600 credit score. You know what I mean?
So run it back from the beginning, man. You said you got a 2018 Hellcat.
I got a 2018 Hellcat, and I see that you had that Dodge Demon. So I was trying to see if I could trade out and get in that.
How much do you owe on the Hellcat?
Ooh, I owe like 60 grand. I got it for 80,000.
$80,000 you said you bought it for? And how many miles are on it?
Like 96,000.
6,000 miles, bro. And you owe 6 owners, 3 accidents, man. And you owe how much?
I owe 60,000.
What's your credit score?
My credit score is maybe like a 680.
That's decent. How much money do you have down to get in the car?
About 2,000 to 3,000 now. Yeah.
How much do you make a month?
I'm making between $3,000 and $4,000.
What do you do for work?
Like Amazon package delivery, you know.
So
yeah,
what's your interest rate and what's your payment on the car?
22%, and the payment on the car is like $1,250 a month.
$1,250 with 22% interest rate on the Hellcat, and you're trying to upgrade to a Demon when you only make $3,000 a month being an Amazon driver. Almost all of your money, if not more, is going into the car on top of the maintenance and the insurance. I bet the interest rate will be even worse than the 22% he currently has if this happens. Owing $60,000 with almost 100,000 miles is insane. I forgot to talk about that. Bro needs a Honda. He needs to get a Dodge Neon, not a Hellcat. 6 owners and 3 crashes is crazy. I mean, you can't get much worse of a Carfax than that. He's paying rent for a car. He already has a Hellcat. Just be happy with that. That's what I'm talking about. Some people will just never be satisfied. Even if they do get their dream car in a few years, something better comes out with, of course, a higher MSRP, and then they want that, and they're just in the rat race for the rest of their lives. How did he get approved for $80,000 on a Hellcat when it was wrecked 3 times? But like I said before, even with all of these types of videos that I make and everybody else's experiences on social media, you just can't talk some people out of their choices.
Okay, so like I said to you this morning on the phone, because you told me you have bad credit, it's going to be hard to get an approval with $3,000 down on a 2015. That's what you're not understanding. You know what I mean? Again, it's a 10-year-old car, and it's got over 100,000 miles. But if you want to get your own financing, and if I can get you a bill of sale, you can feel free. But I just know if I run your credit, I won't be able to get you approved for $3,000 down. But if you still want to go inside and run your credit, I have no problem with that. With $3,000 down and a 500 credit score, no, I don't think so. Just like I told you on the phone.
I cut off this video here. This goes on for about 4 minutes. This guy absolutely needs to have a Cadillac Escalade, even though it's a 2015. It still looks nice and fancy to other people. I only have $3,000 to put down on it with a 500 credit score. And even the car salesman, the guy whose job it is to sell these vehicles, says that you're not going to get it. There's no way I can approve you. But it doesn't matter to him. He just absolutely wants it no matter what. The salesman's trying to do him a favor, and it's just not working. We go over to the comments. No, it's not. I bought a car for $9,000 with $3 grand down, no problem, and bad credit with a 2013. The creator responds to this. You probably went to a buy here, pay here. If you bought a car for $9 grand, you put $3,000 down, you basically put 30% down. In this case, the car is $20,000 and he only wants to put $3,000 down. Do you see the differences? It's like a child begging for a toy. Wow, this is brutal. Showing up in a suit with bad credit is diabolical. Trying to look the part, even though the dealership's going going to run the credit regardless. But we have a comment from you guys here. The car insurance ad that played during this video though, LOL. So whether you're watching these types of videos or maybe you're just on the hunt, you're searching for a car, everything around you is gathering data and trying to push ads to what you're looking up. So when we went over buy here, pay here lots, payday loans, I had nothing but ads from these companies trying to get you to take out a loan. So that's going to just put the thought in your head over and over again. If you're swiping on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, you could have very bad credit or zero money down. We'll still give you a loan, basically just guaranteeing your financial future will be in shambles. But talking about low credit scores, we could take a look at this next clip.
Hello?
Hi, Kiana. This is Greg. Hi. Well, I'm just giving you a call now because we did get your credit apps in the 2008 Saturn Aura, right? First question is, how is the credit?
Not good at all.
Not good at all? What are we working with?
Rebuilding.
Got it. Okay, so do we know what the score is?
It's 561.
How much money are you looking to put down?
1,000.
1,000 down. Okay. So I'm going to work on your credit app. I'm going to see if we can get you approved.
All right, so I just ran the credit. This might be the worst credit I have ever seen. I just want you guys to see this. Look at the credit score. I mean, 2008 Saturn Aura, 6,000 financed amount. Look at the bank fee. So I would have to pay $2,000 just to do this deal. I mean, that's their way of saying they don't want this customer. Look at this. 28.99, $2,000 bank fee. I can't charge that to the customer. This is just them saying we're not doing business with you.
I think 340 is the lowest we've ever seen on this channel, and a perfect example there where one of the banks won't actually give you a loan because of how bad their credit is. A 30% interest rate, wanting an initial fee up front of over $2,000 even though the entire car is only worth $6,000. There's just no way that's going to happen. We can take a look at some of the comments. 289 credit score. I owe $10,000 on a 2010 Chevy Cobalt. 3 repos and a bankruptcy. No money down. What could I get? Somebody else just replied, a bike. It's sad how credit is your life in America. Well, at this point, if you're sitting in the 300s, you basically just don't pay anything off. It's not like the world is out to get you. You're just not paying any loans back. Buying a Saturn in 2025 is insane. LOL, Saturns aren't manufactured anymore. Good luck finding parts for that.
What is this car? 2013 Chevy Spark.
So I bought this car and I went to buy here, pay here place, October of 2022.
So what's the interest rate?
28%.
Oh!
Not my worst. Not my worst.
No, I saw 110 earlier.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean 28% is good. What is owed on this car?
It's still without the principal balance on it is $12,000.
You paid off half?
With the
years?
Interest. So they only.
What's the total owed?
Well, they won't tell me the total amount with the interest. When I go to make my payments on it, it shows as $12,000.
Okay, but not what's interest accrued on top of it.
Yeah. So
I'm seeing $13,000.
Yeah.
Are you sure
that it's that I bought it for $23,000? Yes. The company, the loan was sold to a different company.
So we don't even know how this is paid. Okay.
And when it was sold to a different company, this is the amount it dropped down to.
What's your minimum monthly car payment?
$135 a week.
A week?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I haven't had one of those since like the 3rd episode I ever recorded.
When you start hearing that car payments are weekly for a person, you know it's a bad deal. 23 grand on a Chevy Spark that's worth basically nothing. We got another 30% interest rate and they did go to a buy here, pay here dealership. $540 a month for a Spark is wild. She could have even gone to CarMax and gotten a Chevy Spark for 9 grand and 70,000 miles. To buy one for 23,000 is just ridiculous. That's what happens if you go to one of those buy here, pay here lots. That car is not worth $5,000. It's worth $1,000, maybe $1,500 at the most. But now we got another situation of somebody getting into one of these Broncos and it not turning out great whatsoever.
I got a 2025 Ford Bronco about 3 weeks ago. The loan was going to be for like $50,800 a month. Instead, I got a loan for $63,100 a month. I've also gotten a couple of trade appraisals, but the car has 1,100 miles on it.
The car's worth $7 grand the whole day. What's your payoff?
$62,100.
You're like 23 grand upside upside down. That alone, if we do this until a 36-month lease, it's a $600 payment. It sounds like the rate they gave you also fairly high as well.
I believe it's 11.62%.
Wow.
I didn't know I was signing the paperwork. They put an iPad in front of my face and they said, we need your signature to do DMV and something else. I don't know what she said. And I signed once on an iPad. She came back 10 minutes later and was like, yeah, you're good to go. We're just transferring your plates now. Apparently that was signing the whole entire contract. And I didn't even get a copy of it. No one cares about that. I've even talked to an attorney. They're like, it's your word against theirs. Not worth the battle.
Okay, so along with it being wildly overpriced, there seems to be a very shady dealership that sold her this car. And there's honestly not much she could do. Even going to an attorney and saying it's their word versus hers, there's not much you could prove in court. So now she's stuck with an $1,100 payment on a Bronco that is notoriously unreliable. So the maintenance is going to cost a pretty penny as well.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I was bartending, but they promoted me to an hourly manager.
Okay.
So that's why I'm trying to get a nicer car.
You don't mind me asking, what do you make an hour?
I make like 18 an hour.
And you want the BMW,
Yeah,
right?
I want a BMW.
Okay, sounds
I've been
good.
wanting a BMW for a long time.
Have you ever had a car note before?
My credit's good. I still owe like a little bit of money on this cross-track. I probably owe like $3,000.
Well, it might not be that bad upside down, but we'll see what we can do for you. Let me ask you this question. It might be a little personal. You know, have an idea what your credit score might be?
Last I checked, it was like 630.
Okay, that's not bad at all.
I got a credit card recently. I don't know if it went down or went up.
Well, typically the credit cards help you, but sometimes they bring it down. But in your case, we'll just have to check it out for you. All right, so it looks like this one running about $31,551. But beyond the payment of the car, is there a certain payment that you were trying to be at?
I can't go more than $800 a month.
You can't go more than 8?
No, that's just too much.
Oh, I agree. I think, $800 for anything is a lot.
700's pushing it.
Okay.
I think 600's fine for a Beamer.
Okay, we're just gonna go over to the comments before I say anything. Being willing to pay $800 a month while making $18 an hour is absolutely insane. Again, I say it a million times as well, that's just the car payment. That's no maintenance on the BMW, that's not the insurance, the gas. 630 credit score is horrible credit. I agree. I make $24 an hour and I'm afraid to buy even a Nissan. Some people these days confuse the heck out of me. $31,000 car, she makes what, $35,000 a year? She needs a Honda Civic. Him saying not bad at all to a 630 credit score is comical. Yes, that is bad credit, but he still wants to make that deal even though the interest rate's going to be rough. Repo within 6 to 12 months. Wait till the $10,000 in maintenance, they'll see. There you go. I also want to add that she said that she got promoted to an hourly wage. It does really depend on what bar you're in. However, if you're really good at your job and you're at a solid location, bartenders could probably make a lot more than $18 an hour. I feel like she almost got downgraded, but it doesn't matter. I'm a manager now. I need to get a BMW. Oh man.
So a client actually messaged me off Instagram wanting to get some more information on our 2023 Raptor R. So we're gonna give him a call and see what's going on.
Hello?
Hey, I'm looking for Dustin?
Yeah, bro, this is Dustin.
Hey man, this is Alex with Earth Motor Cars, giving you a call about the 23 Raptor R you just shot me a message about not too long ago.
Yeah, bro, what's up?
Hey man, just giving you a call, seeing how I could help you.
Yeah, so like I'm in the market for like a new truck, and I was debating between like the Ram TRX and the Raptor, like the Ford Raptor truck. Yeah, no, I'm gonna pay cash, but like I'm still like kind of on a budget, you know, bro. So I was wondering if you could like help me out a little bit, like on the price. If not, I mean that's cool. Like you're trying to do your job, and just let me know. But I'll pay cash, yeah.
I mean, what did you have in mind on the price? I think I'm priced pretty competitively, but what did you have in mind?
I mean, my budget was like $100K because like my trust fund just hit, and I got like $300,000 from that, right?
From the trust fund, you're saying?
Yeah. And I
Dang.
invest. Yeah, bro. So I mean, I'm trying to control myself, you know. But
Yeah.
like
That's
I
funny.
invested like 200 grand of it into like this crypto that like my friend runs. So hopefully, I mean, I think we're
Wow.
gonna like tenfold at some point. So I'll get my money back.
This one was probably the hardest watch so far. He somehow gets $300,000 from his trust fund. It says that he's on a budget and then immediately wants to go get either a TRX or a Raptor R, and then the other $200,000 was invested in, it sounds like a crypto rug pull with his friend. It's basically a speed run to see how fast you could evaporate $300,000. Wow. The comment section said the same thing. Listening to this kid kid is brutal. Dude's going to be out of money in a year. Imagine working your whole life for Dustin to blow your savings on a Raptor and a crypto rug pull, because that's probably what happened. Your grandparents or parents died, and that's all the savings they had working their entire life. Just basically gone in an instant. Of course, this clip was even longer. I did want to cut it, but he said, "I deserve something" is crazy. For doing virtually no work, just being lucky that a family member was able to save up a substantial amount of money. This kid's a dealership's dream. Bro did not control himself. Just absolutely ridiculous.
You say 400 a week?
No, 400 a month. I could probably do 450.
A week?
No, a month.
So what you looking for?
I seen online, looks like you got a Z01 Camaro.
Oh yeah, it's super clean, brother. You like that?
Yeah.
What kind of down payment you got?
Still waiting for my tax refund. I could probably do like 750 to 1,000.
On this Camaro?
Yeah. You think you could give me around?
You say 400?
Yeah.
I don't know, with 1,000 down?
I mean, I could probably do 1,500 once I get my tax money.
How strong is your credit?
I don't really know. I had a repo 2 years ago, but I think it's off now.
There's definitely not. How much was your repo?
Like 30-something thousand.
So you repo 30,000 and you want to get into $60,000 Camaro. How long you been on your job and how much you make a month gross?
I've been on my job for about 5.5 months and I make like 4,200 a month.
4,200 a month.
I DoorDash too, so probably an extra 400 a month.
So you gonna DoorDash in this Camaro?
No, this will be an everyday driver.
Z01 Camaro, $1,500 down, $450 a month, repo 2 years ago. Can't imagine anything going wrong for this guy. I bet it'll be way more than $450 a month. Normalize telling people they can't afford it. And then the salesman trying to shoehorn in the $400 a week. I'm pretty sure in total he makes close to, if not less than, the price of the car in general per year, along with a previous repo. Of course, we have a comment from you guys here. Record high auto debt is happening while delinquencies skyrocket to 2008 levels already. Only new car anybody should be buying is a tow truck to partake in the golden age of repo. I bet if that deal did get done, somehow that ZL1 has already been repoed.
You have a CRV and an HRV, right?
An HRV and a CX5, both obviously with negative equity. I'm at 1250 right now with both cars combined. They gave me ballpark because you didn't have the numbers yet.
That ballpark, I think, isn't going to really change that much. We're working with like 20 grand in negative equity. On an SL Pathfinder, you'll be at approximately $980 a month, with $5,531 total due at signing. If you bury 20 grand, you are technically lowering your payments and you're only paying for one insurance.
And if I only did like taxes and the DMV.
That $5,531 is just your taxes and fees. That's no money down. The reason why it's $5,500 is because your taxes are increased by quite a bit because you're rolling in $20,000. Your taxes are increased by like $2 grand.
Those are big numbers.
You're rolling in 20 grand. Just the money that you're rolling in alone on a monthly payment is going to be $600 a month. Your negative equity alone is more than a Nissan Pathfinder.
I have about a year left on the Mazda, so try to get as close as finishing that lease. And then only doing the Honda, would you say?
The problem is really the Honda. The Mazda is only $7,500 upside down. The Honda is 13 grand. But obviously both are not good.
That much upside down on an HRV and CX5. I mean, $1,200 a month without the insurance yet again. How would you think either one of those deals would be good for you walking out of the dealership? And it sounds like his family is growing and both of those SUVs are pretty small. So even going to a Nissan would be $1,000 a month, let alone the reliability issues. You would think that these types of stories have to be made up, but there are just so many examples of this on social media.
How are you? This is Yusuf. I just got your message. Are you interested in our Jeep or you're saying you're trying to sell your Jeep?
Oh, I gotta get rid of my Jeep. I need the best advice you can give me. I have a 2021 Jeep Compass right now that is getting towed to the dealership. It is garbage. I'm so upside down on my loan. I owe $30K on it. My credit is my battery's fried. It's both batteries, actually. I just bought it a year ago. I can't stand the car. And the hurricane didn't knock it out, unfortunately. I tried every other way for it to be blown up, but I can't stand this car. I'm just like so upside down in it. I just don't know which way to go. I asked the credit person. She said, let it go. The lemon law, I'm not close enough for it to kick in. I just don't know what to do with the car. It has 90,000 miles on it.
Do you have any money down?
$3 grand.
And what about your credit score?
I think it's like a 490.
490 credit
My
score?
car is hurting me. That's what's on my car.
I got
That's
you.
what's literally destroying my credit. Between my taxes and my scholarship for my spring semester, I'll have like $17,000. I don't want to blow it all on a car.
It's just your limited options, unfortunately. 490 credit score, you're $23,000 upside down, and you only have $3,000 saved.
All of that for a Jeep Compass, on top of showing you some of the reliability issues, getting towed over to the dealership with all the problems, and they just completely regret the purchase, but there's not really a great way out. They only have $3,000 for another down payment, owing so much on the car still still, you're just stuck between a rock and a hard place. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.